So I spoke to a busy career woman today, and we got into a conversation about the difference between in-person training and online coaching. And I told her, I was like, listen, I've been in the fitness industry for 15 years. I've been an in-person coach full-time in a commercial setting, in a corporate setting, and in my own gym setting. And I know everything about it. So here's the difference between in-person training and online coaching. In-person training, let's say the most typical program is 2 times a week in person, 1 hour each session, and it will run you approximately $150. Okay, if the coach is good. If you have a high school coach, it's probably $70 or $80. Okay, and at the price of $150 in the 4-month program where you should be seeing results, you will be. Now with this coach or trainer that you're going to have in person training for 2 times a week, you're going to have this phenomenal workout for an hour, 2 times a week. Are you going to get any texts or support from them before or after the workouts? No. Are you going to get any type of support or communication with the trainer in between? Probably not. Absolutely not. I didn't even do that. Are you going to get any nutrition support? Probably at most a PDF printout or texted to you. That's it. And the price is probably going to be in a 4-month program about $6,000. That's a lot. Online coaching will probably be around, I don't know, $2,000, $3,000 for like a 6-month program. A lot cheaper, but you're going to be coached by just one trainer. And that trainer is going to be training 50 to 100 people, and he's going to be overwhelmed and not going to have time for you. That's reality. So, in summary, the major difference between in-person training and online coaching is huge. Some women will say, or some people will say, I need that in-person interaction. That's great, Rebecca, but there's only 24 hours in a day. You're only going to see this person 1 hour out of those 24 hours. So, Rebecca, the only times you're going to be messing up are within those 23 hours. So, no, Rebecca, you don't need an in-person coach because you need accountability and responsibility and tough love 7 days out of the week so that you can put that spoon down and those chocolates down and that soda down. Okay? Online coaching is absolutely phenomenal because you have the accountability and you have to support 24/7. However, if you have a one-man show, once that person's capped, he's not going to have time or she's not going to have time for you. And it gets overwhelming. And trust me, I've been there. It gets overwhelming training more than 20 people, you yourself. But Brian, aren't you an online coach and in-person trainer? Good point. Yes, I am. In-person coach, barely. I have an exclusive circle that I see in person at my personal gym, and I'm extremely picky, and I basically only do referrals of my previous clients, okay? But online coach, I am full-time, and I'm not the only person that coaches my 50-plus clients. I'm extremely picky with who I work with because they need to want it 120%. They need to want change. But the coaches that I have in my team, they are supporting all my clients 24/7, including myself as well. So you have a trifecta of a registered dietitian, you have a licensed therapist who's a mindset coach, and you have myself. My registered dietitian, is literally talking to you every single day, 24/7, tracking your macros for you. So this registered dietitian is going to be supporting you every day, every step of the day. Even if you skip some meals, he's going to be on your ass. Okay. I like to say he's very neutral because he started off too nice, and I told him, bro, you got to be a little mean and straight up. I'm more of a direct, tough love, no BS type of guy. And then my mindset coach, she is that feminine encouragement, yin to my yang. Like, she goes really on that soft approach. And this is why we're so successful, because we literally tackle women and our clients from all angles in a holistic route, in a more natural route. Okay. And they are literally training and supporting you 24/7. And I know this because I'm paying them. I'm paying them to support you. They're my employees as a CEO. So there is no excuse for you not to see results. So that being said, you can only see results if you have support 24/7. You can only make this a lifestyle if it's 24/7, not 2 times a week. That's why online coaching is so much more successful than in person. In addition to that, if you, and I already know what you're thinking. Oh, but I can't do online. I can't do an app. How are you going to force me to go on the gym? Good question, Rebecca. So if you skip a workout, I get notified inside my app, and I'm harassing you inside the DMs inside my app. I am texting you and or I'm calling. Okay. If you have or miss your macros, your calories, your numbers in your nutrition, my registered dietitian Aaron will be on your ass. And if you have, let me correct myself. Not if, but when you start prioritizing other things rather than yourself, you start trying to pour into other people's cups when your freaking cup is empty. My mindset coach is there to remind you that you are priority. You need to pour into yourself, because we all know we can't pour from an empty cup. And that is why the Abarca Fitness team changes lives and has been changing lives for the last 15 years. We changed over 1,000 lives. Women specifically, we have over about 700 now. 700 women lives changed. So you tell me, after you listening to all this, what do you need? So I was on a call today with a busy career, high achieving woman, and she told me, hey, basically we got into the topic of the conversation, in-person coaching versus online coaching. And I told her, listen, I've been both. I've been in the fitness industry for 15 years. And I know all aspects of both. So let me explain. In-person coach, the most typical program that they're going to put you on is 2 times a week in person for 1 hour. You're going to see this person for 1 hour. You're going to have a phenomenal workout. However, they're not going to give you nutrition support or nutrition advice outside of that 1 hour. So whenever you have any concerns, you are all alone. You're not going to have any communication with this in-person trainer in between sessions or before and or after sessions. Okay. I know this because I've done that, and I wouldn't answer any questions. Online coach, however, will support you 24/7, 365 in training and in nutrition. Online coach will cover training programs made for your body type or in general, it depends on the coach. And nutrition could be catered to your body type, or it could be general as well. Okay. It all comes down to the experience of these coaches, whether in person or online. If you hire an in-person coach, let's talk about prices. It could run you around $150 per session for 1 hour. If you get something cheaper, like $60 or $70, you probably have a high school kid or someone who's, a dumbass. An online coach, well, let's backtrack. Let's say in a typical program for 4 months in which you should be seeing results, you'll probably spend about $4,000 to $6,000, which is a lot. Online coach for 6 months, you'll see anywhere between $2,000 to $3,000. Okay. However, both could be dumbasses because of inexperience, or they could be experienced and they could be very, very good.